Om Shanti. This is Sakar Murli of 14th August 2023. Essence. Sweet children, pay attention to the philosophy of action, neutral action and sinful action, and don't perform any sinful actions with your physical organs. Make a donation and the bad omen of the eclipse will be removed. Question. By following Father Brahma, in which aspect do you children become seated on the throne in the future? Answer. Father Brahma surrendered everything he had, included his body, and given everything to serve the children in the name of God. He insuranced himself directly and thereby received the kingdom of the world. Follow the Father in the same way. You have to claim the certificate of being worthy. Become real children and serve with your bodies, mind and wealth. Become the Father true helpers. By ensuring everyone, you can claim the right to the kingdom of 21 births. Song. Do not forget the days of your childhood. Om Shanti. You sweetest children heard this song. You children have now died alive and take the lap of the Father in order to go from this world to that world. Which Father he is? Supreme Father, Supreme Soul means God. However, you explain, you must say that Baba is Jyotirlingam, or that he is the form of light, brighter than the 1,000 suns. He says this is in fact wrong. What should you say? God, that is Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, always reside in the Supreme Abode. The Supreme means the highest on high. The incorporeal Father, he is the Father of all souls. This way, he is called the Supreme. He doesn't enter the cycle of the birth and death. He explains, children, if I too enter the cycle of the birth and death. He explains, children, if I too enter the cycle in birth and death, who gives the salvation to everyone? I alone come to take everyone beyond sorrow. I am the remover of the sorrow and bestower of happiness. But no one knows this. On the path of devotion, people continue to sing, O Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. They definitely consider him to the Father, but they don't know what their Father is like and what he is. He doesn't have the form of the human being. People also remind Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar. They can see with these eyes, but who is Shiva? People go to Shiva's temple, but they don't know why they are remember him. The Father sits here and explains why the deity go to the path of sin. They build the temple of Somnath. The only thing they understand that is, he is the Shiv Baba, but they don't know that he is the creation of the heaven, or that he is the one who makes us into the masters of heaven. If they only could tell others biography of Shiv Baba. It is fixed in the drama for them not to know. To know means to receive the inheritance. Not to know means to lose inheritance. The Father says, I, the Creator of heaven, give the happiness and make the pure. Then the 5 vices make you impure and your degrees continue to decrease. You then become ugly. At first, you are 16 Celsius degrees like the full moon. You were pure, but you are now eclipsed. Baba says, make a donation and the bad omens of the eclipse will be removed. The 5 vices are said to be eclipse, the bad omen through which you souls become unhappy and ugly. The Father says, I am the father of my Brahmins. O Brahmin, donate to me the 5 vices that you have, the eclipse of the bad omen will be removed. After donating them today, don't do anything with them. Maya storms and it will come. But if you become angry, you could be committed sin with your physical organs. I explain the philosophy of action, neutral action and sinful action. Your actions should not become sinful. I am making you children into the conqueror of the sinful actions. And through these omens of Rahu. When you become donation, the eclipse of the woman will be removed. The father says, my sweetest children, donate those 5 evil spirits. There is no question of any money, etc. in this. He is the father, he is the real children. The father surely has help of the real children. You serve with your bodies, mind and health, wealth. The father's duty is to serve you. The father says, all of this belongs to the children. You have been given to the God in the path of devotion. However, God is not greedy. You are insuring yourself by your giving the God. God will then give you into your next birth. This is insurance, is it not? You receive the fruit of it next birth. God is best over. You are now insuring yourself to 21 births. Those people insure themselves to one birth. Here, everything is insured for 21 births. It is said, son shows the father. Look, whatever the father Brahma Baba had, he used to the name of the God to serve the children. He made Shiv Baba his heirs. He gave his body, mind and wealth. Because he did everything directly, he receives the sovereignty of the world in turn his own efforts. By belongs to me, you become the master of the heaven for 21 births. But you will receive the inheritance to the extent that you surrender yourself. You have to surrender everything, included your bodies. Those who follow the mother and father will sit on the throne. The father says, make a donation and eclipse of the omens will be removed. If you take something back after you donate it, you will become the dedicate. You have to make full efforts. Effort making students who study well climb a number. You too can make efforts and climb a high number. There is no question of any difficulty in this. You simply have to remember pure. You receive power from the Baba, and this you mercy of the happiness also rise. We want to become deities, and so you must not have any defects in this. You have to become 16 Celsius degrees full and fully faceless here, and you must not have any defects. You have been vices for a half a cycle, and so Maya says, you are now trying to become viceless, and I will once again make you vices. This is war with Maya that continues. This is the difficulty. You have to conquer Maya. Those people have there shown a violent war, falsehood, everything. You become the masters of the world by conquering Maya. You children understand that if you don't donate any 5 vices of the father, you don't be able to marry Sri Lakshmi or Narayan. Therefore, you children should look into the mirror, you hearts. Did I anything wrong with my physical organs? The storms of Maya that come will be stronger than they were previously. The herbalist gives medicine. They warn and you that all the old illnesses will end before you get better. You must not afraid of this. They will come. That one is also surgeon. He says, when you become my children, you will have a big war with Ravan. Maya will attack you a great deal. Therefore, you must not afraid of storms. You belongs to the Father, so you must not forget this childhood. This is your godly childhood. You come into God's lap once and then into the lap of the deities of 21 births. After you godly birth, you go to heaven. Each of you has to climb your certificate. Baba, I am the worthy of child or unworthy child of yours. Baba can tell you which number worthy child you are. Baba can tell you that what is still lacking in you. You can understand for yourself if I don't do service. How can I climb such a high status? Acha, Baba tells you what to do. Open a hospital come college. You may not go there, but when many people receive a cure there, you will receive the reward of that. Human beings build masala so that many people can rest there and so that they could receive the very good place in their next birth. Many children come to Baba and says, open this hospital and you will help you. Open a big hospital. If you don't have time to take this knowledge, then just take 3 feet of the land and open this hospital come college. Through the hospital, you will become ever healthy, and through the college, you will become ever wealthy. When many people become this, you will accumulate the charity of that. There is not a lot of expense in that. People nowadays earn so much money. They have properties worth millions. Will their sons and grandsons, etc., eat from that? They don't even get the dust. Everything is to be destroyed. The poor ones receive a kingdom. Baba is the Lord of poor. This Baba has the number one ordinary person. Someone who just has 1 or 2,000 could called poor persons. Here even the poor can climb the high status. What good do you with the 100,000s or millions of someone's? Establishment is carried out with every penny of the pure. Gandhiji used to receive so many donations, and yet so many people died in that. They endure so much difficulty. You don't have any difficulty. The father says, first of all, study Raj Yoga and the kingdom will be given to you. This kingdom here is like a marriage. There is the story of Draupadi inviting Dronada to her place, and then we come. He saw a lake and began to take off his clothes. So Draupadi told him, blind child is of the blind. That is just a marriage. They all think that they have received their self-sovereignty, but there is so much sorrow. People are so unhappy. Death is standing just ahead. The father says, all are already dead. This is a graveyard and he has to make into the land of angels. You will build a palace, stumbled and with diamonds and pearls. Here it is the land of stones, whereas there it is to be land of gold. Therefore, the father explains, when you make a donation, the eclipse of the woman will be removed, and you will then become the 16 Celsius degrees full. You are now impure. Human beings are so unhappy. When war takes place, people lose their sleep. They are unable to sleep. They sleep by taking the sleeper pills. This is the kingdom of Ravan. They will now burn Ravan at Dasra. They will continue to burn it till to end until destruction takes place. After destruction, Ravan's image will not be burned. Then in the copper age, they will again create Ravan in the order to burn him. They burn Ravan every year, but he just don't die. You celebrate Raksha Bandhan and you have Rocky tied every year, and yet you also become impure again. Lakshmi and Narayan had so much wealth. They are worshipped so much. They don't worship Lakshmi alone. They worship the four-armed image. Both the included in that. Together with Lakshmi and Narayan is also needed. They worship both of them. How could everything function without a couple? This is a family path. You become the master of the world. Some children say that, other people tell that. If you don't worship Lakshmi at the Diwali, wealth will not come to you. Therefore, Baba advise you children, just pay your parts of dictate observers. Otherwise, there will be conflict. Baba says, if you have to get your daughter married, simply play your part as a detached observer. Otherwise, other will be quarrel. If your daughter doesn't want to remain voiceless, then it also the separate circumstance. Get her married. If you don't want to remain pure, then just let her go. Don't harass her. A Kumari is the one who uplifts 21 generations. All of you are Brahmakumars and Kumaris. Your business is to make everyone into the masters of heaven. Ask your heart, how many do I make the same as myself? This is mission. Here you are change human beings into deities, and so you have to make a lot of effort. You are God's helpers. I liberate you from the sorrow and make you into the masters of heaven. I am altruistic. I had give you kingdom and go into the retirement. I have no desire to rule the kingdom. I give you the kingdom. You can take the fortune of the kingdom once again. You know that you were deities. You have gone through 84 births, and today you are part of Ravan's community. People always burn an equify of Ravan. They never worship Ravan. Those who have give happiness of worshipped, they make an image of Ravan and then burn it. He always causes sorrow. How can you praise someone who causes you sorrow? Baba says, bestower of happiness. People go to offer flowers to him every day, but they don't know this occupation. Nowadays, there is a lot of blind faith. Baba says, you must not forget the Father, you who will give the happiness of heaven. Otherwise, you won't be able to receive the abundance of the happiness of heaven. Since you say, Mama, Baba, you will go to heaven, but you will become the maids and servants. You children have understand the meaning of this song. After belongs to God, you must not forget this childhood. You are changing from the devilish children into the godly children, and you are able to become deity's children. This is your godly path. At this time, you are servants. You are spiritual social workers. Acha. To the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, father, Bab, Dada. The spiritual children says Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharana. First point, after taking a godly birth, don't perform any wrong actions. Become a worthy child. Remove the defects and imbibe divine virtues. Second point, become godly helpers and make others equal to yourself by doing spiritual service. Take 3 feet of land and open the spiritual hospital come college. Become a full helper with your body, mind, and wealth. Blessing. May you become free from worrying of by seeing a karma yogi perform your actions efficiently and successfully. Many children worry about hearing an income and sustaining their family, but those who worry cannot become successful in hearing an income. Put aside your worries, be the karma yogi and then perform actions. When you have yoga, you will accomplish every action efficiently and successfully. If you earn money with worry, that will be only creates more worries. Whereas if you earn happily by being yoga yukt, it will being your happiness, because as the seed, so the fruit that emerges from it. Slogan: become a foolish swan that pick up pearls in the form of the virtues, not who pick up stones. Om Shanti.